points. Angie explained how the charter school group was formed and how all that works. Now, the big question that we keep addressing is that a charter school is a public school, okay? It is a public school. Parents do not pay tuition. You do not pay anything to send your child to the charter school. You can make donations, and we do fundraisers, and you can help us out that way, but you do not pay a tuition. That comes, what happens is we build the school district where you live. So most of you are probably from the Bedford Area School District. We build a school district, and the school district pays us a tuition. So the parents do not pay anything. It does not raise your taxes. They do not say, okay, well, since you have a charter school, we're going to raise taxes. They just, if you were at the board meeting, they went through another year of not raising taxes. So if they're raising taxes, it's for a multiple of reasons, not just because there's a charter school. Bus transportation. In the Bedford Area School District, the students will be bused, as they are right now. They will be bused from your house to the school. The busing will remain the same. We'll run our schedules the same so that we don't have to run different buses or anything. It'll just continue like it has been. The surrounding schools, I believe it's Myersdale, Berlin Brothers Valley, and Chestnut Ridge, are all within, the law says they have to be, the boundary for that school district has to be within 10 miles of this the high school building. The high school building is the one that's being closed. And then that school district is responsible for busing. So all of those school districts will be busing, yeah.
If you have, I ran into this, if Chestnut Ridge, our child comes here, Chestnut Ridge says they are uncooperative and won't accept the bus, who plays that bus?
We do. That's not your problem. Okay. I thought he was telling me he wasn't loud enough or something. I can yell. You don't want to hear me yell though. So yeah, the busing is all between, the charter school will take care of the busing between the districts. That's all, your parents don't have to worry about that, okay? And that's one nice thing about charter schools and the law that they put in there is that transportation, so that really helps out in those areas. Any child in K through 12 living in Pennsylvania can attend, realistically. But, why would a child from Philadelphia want to travel all the way here? That'd be really, that would be like total nonsense. So that's how a charter school works, though, is that once you are approved to run a charter in Pennsylvania, any child can attend. So we say that so that nobody feels left out. It's just that the surrounding districts that are within 10 miles are the only ones that will be bused by the school district. And enrollment in the charter school is a choice. So if you are currently a student in the high school building, when they close this year, you automatically get transferred. All your files and everything go up to Bedford. If you want to come to the charter school, you have to enroll with us. And we're going to talk about the enrollment forms later on. They've been going around, I've been seeing them come flying up, which is a good thing. But you have to enroll. It is your choice. This is not, we're not making you attend a charter school, and it's not by default. You are a Bedford Area School District resident, and you will go to the Bedford Area schools unless you enroll with us, and then we get your files from them, and they're brought back down here. Now, what about the education? There's been a lot of questions about maybe the charter school is substandard and we're not going to have a good academic program, and all kinds of stuff are floating around. Anybody who knows me as a teacher, especially in the past couple of years, well, I shouldn't say especially, but all along, I'm a firm believer in a good education for every student. And now it's going to sound like I'm campaigning. My pledge to you, if I am voted in as the CEO principal of the charter school, is to bring a quality education to the Hyndman Charter School. Now, that aside, PDE, Pennsylvania Department of Education, says you have to, all students are required to have a good quality education. So we will be monitored by the Pennsylvania Department of Education, just like the school district that you're in. We have to pass the same PSSAs. We have to meet annual yearly progress. They do other things that they keep track of. All the certifications are what they should be. So your teachers are qualified people to teach the subjects that they are teaching. What is nice about a charter school is that we can do some things different, because a charter school does not have a teachers union that tells the administration or tells the school board this is how you're going to do your stuff. The school board and the administration can say we want a quality education and we want it to look this way, and we can do that. And the teachers have a lot more freedom to do what it takes in their classrooms so that each child receives a quality education. There's different things that we can do. If you have a special needs child, we still abide by those same rules in the IEP or the individual educational plan. We still have to follow those same guidelines that are set by that. And because the goal of this charter school board is to see that each child receives a quality education, it doesn't matter if you have an IEP or you don't have an IEP. Everybody is going to receive a quality education. It's, just because you may qualify to have an IEP, that's great. But that does not mean that the child without one is going to get a lesser education. They're all going to be treated the same. They're all children that need to be educated, or teenagers. I guess I better start saying teenagers or they'll get offended. But every student deserves to have a good quality education, and this board is committed to bringing you that. One of the things that they would like to bring in addition to just the basics of offering math, science, English, social studies, those kind of things, is to start implementing the STEM educational program. What that is it's science, technology, engineering, and math. It's a lot of hands-on type projects. So if you have students who kind of get antsy, I get antsy. Can't you see I can't stand still, just stop being up here. So I completely understand these kids that get a little antsy. Maybe they do better if they can work with their hands. This kind of a program is great for those types of children because it allows them to learn in a way that is more adapted to their style of learning. And with the project-based learning, there are studies out there that when it's done correctly, and we plan on implementing it and doing it correctly, the actual learning that takes place is a lot more robust, I guess you want to say, than just reading it out of a textbook and answering some questions. Why? Because it's a well-known fact when you have to do something with your hands and you have to work through the process yourself, it's going to stick with you better. And so this is another reason why they want to take the extra initiative to try and implement these programs so that each child has a better opportunity at having their education stick with them after they walk out the door. And as a teacher, I mean, I've been a math teacher now for, I don't know how long, I won't say how long or you'll know how old I am. So, I always ask the kids, what'd you remember? Well, nothing. I took the test and forgot it all. And that's not what we want them to do. We want the students, why learn something if you're just going to forget it? That doesn't make any sense to me. I want you to learn it so that you can do something with it. I want your education to be something that you can do when you leave high school. That should be the whole purpose of learning, so that you have something to take with you.